here this morning, afternoon, evening, whatever. Hi.
Hi, girl.
Hey. Oh my goodness. I was thinking about our last podcast and how we were like all over the place. I think we were like fired up. There was something about us.
I think we hadn't had enough time to talk to each other, which is dangerous because that's also like today.
Oh my God, so much noise.
Sorry.
Yes, no, it's all good. It's gonna be like, oh, she's really settling in. Yes, I know. Basically, we're supposed to talk about January, and then we just like got into it, and it had been 40 minutes later. Hi. Okay.
Hi.
Do we want to talk about my hot flashes in front of the people?
Okay. Do you know what I was thinking? Not that I think you're premenopausal, but I do think it's hormonal.
Oh, definitely. I'm such a hormonal person.
You really are. With your period being late, I see your pimple is still there.
I mean, pimple is 24/7. It doesn't matter when it needs to be there. There's nothing in it. It just like likes to just stick around. You know what I mean? Everything is so symmetrical, like just like right in the middle there. Yeah, and my migraines as well.
Yeah.
Migraines.
Yeah.
So many hormones in there.
Lots of hormones. I remember postpartum, it was the only time I really had that experience. Like, I feel like my hormones are like whatever it's like supposed to be. I'm like that.
Okay.
Like my cycle is like 28 days.
Right. Yeah.
Like everything about like hormonal stuff is like exactly textbook for me.
Okay. Perfect.
Anyway,
nice.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing.
It's amazing. Oh my God, I'm amazing. Yeah, so I just got my period today. I mean, it was day 29. It's not bad. But I've had certainly some ups and downs when it came to that. Right now, I'm being more stable with that. And then, but still 4 days. So I'm going to go with like, maybe it's because I'm sick again. Or this is it for me. I was like, okay. I like basically wore nothing to bed. I was like, okay, like wear nothing. Maybe you're dressing up too hot because I'm so cold before going to bed. And I just like all of the things. And then I wake up in sweats. No, still woke up very soaked. It's very interesting.
We need to figure out what that ding is.
Let's see if it's my email right now.
Especially on the podcast because they're like listening.
Oh my dear.
Okay. I'm just like making my schedule to pick up some stuff for our swag bag, which is really fun.
Oh, that's really fun. Okay, so basically yesterday, you guys, we hosted our annual virtual meeting. Second annual. I mean, why not do this every January?
I agree.
Because I do think that obviously people are more willing to listen to us. I mean, they're willing to listen to us anytime, but especially in January when it comes to like, we're just good with like getting people like motivated, I guess, and getting them started on the right path. Like I do think that we throw a good meeting, we throw a good party, everyone. We throw a good event, but this is definitely what we like to do, showing up online. So hopefully, I mean, we're recording just a little bit early, so hopefully things are going well. Or went well. The ding is still there and everything is closed. How can I? Oh, are we bringing Jeff?
I mean, I don't, whether we do it right now during the podcast or at some point we for sure need him. The people listening are like, OMG.
Oh, really? Wow.
Well, think about how loud that was, me moving my mic was. Imagine how loud the ding is for them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so how are you?
I'm good.
No hot flashes at the Hawking family?
Not for me. Everything's good over here. Just living our best lives.
Okay, perfect. So we got the news that the kids are staying home for some extra weeks, Law. How are you feeling about this? Are you getting organized?
I was thinking about that on my walk. I like still have all my shit from the last time, which like gave me like PTSD for like thinking of like getting out their bins.
Yeah. Okay.
With their flashcards and the notebooks and the games and the.
What I'm really upset about with you is that, or about this, is that it's different for everyone. I don't like that it's different for everyone. You know what I mean? Hi, Jeffrey. I'm bringing him. Oh my God. Wow. He said, wow. Everyone's hearing a ding. What email? Like I have a ding that comes sometimes. Nothing's open. Just Be Live is open. So what is the ding? And people are saying it's really loud. My messages? I have no messages. I don't. Nothing came in. You don't know? You should know everything. I don't know why.
I feel like he's got this. Maybe just not in this very second.
Oh, did you just hear it?
That's an email.
Well, my email's not open, so why would it make a sound? Oh, I'm so happy it happened while he was here, everyone.
It's like when you hear the sound and then you're in the car driving, you're like, do you hear that sound? It's important to hear the sound.
So many of them. So happy to hear it now.
Ding.
We're fixing it with you watching, everyone. You're listening. This is perfect.
Okay, let's keep talking while there's fixing. Is that okay?
Absolutely. You go for it. Okay, so yeah, so what we were saying is that I just feel like it's not fair. Like I don't have the same experience as you when it comes to online learning. And I just feel like it should look the same for everyone. I don't know.
I don't know if it's different districts, but I mean, our girls are in the same grades, and Jose's teacher like goes and like teaches and does Zoom things, and I'm not blaming any teacher. That it's not.
No.
I'm not saying, oh, my kid's teacher sucks. She's great. She gives us lots of stuff. It's just the expectation is that I am the facilitator of the stuff.
Jeff doesn't know. It's not good, everyone. If Jeff doesn't know, we will never fix the ding.
Jeff has never let me down. Never once.
This is the moment. What? He said yes. He just went like this. He already gave up. He just said, I don't know. He might Google it I don't think he's not a give upper.
He's not a giver upper.
He's going to go and Google it. And then he's going to come back, everyone.
100%.
But at least please know that we're trying. We don't know where it's coming from. We don't know why it's happening. Okay, wait. Yes. The thing is that like, I don't have a bin. I don't facilitate anything. I just put her on and the teacher has like a schedule for the whole day. I do need to print things for the teacher the night before. She sends me the schedule, but that's it. No, it's not traumatic over here.
No, I would love that. That situation sounds amazing.
Yeah, exactly. No.
And Alfie's teacher reads to him, and then they have social time, which is really nice and important, and I value that. But I also get a list from Alfie's teacher. So that's another thing that I need to facilitate. And Neil is not in a position to help the kids in French or English or math. And he also works and I also work. And I think on top of it, it's just everyone at home all the time.
Yeah. No, I think that your scenario is definitely more the norm or more common of how people are feeling. Like I'm working and we're even lucky that both of us and you and your husband are at home. Like there are people that need to go to another location to go work all day. So they don't like their kids don't even.
I think that's what's
from their husbands. They go to daycare all day.
They go to daycare. I was thinking to myself, I don't know if it's actually better or worse because like if you have to go to work and your kid has to go to daycare, you like can't. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you feel the guilt at night. Like when especially Tuolo, you feel like they need to like, I'm so sorry everyone for the things. It is what it is. Especially you feel like they need to read and blah, blah, blah. Like you would put so much pressure going home at 5 p.m. and they're going to bed at 7:30. You have 2.5 hours to do the list that the teacher still sent you. Like someone else in your girl's class could be going to daycare all day and the same teacher sending that to the mom. You know what I mean? The mom's at work till 4 or 5, you know?
I really think that if you were in my position, you would be the same with reading and stuff. You've never had that situation because like Dia's such a super strong academic, a great reader. And it's not that like Alfie has a learning disability, so he struggles, but he's doing great. Everything's good over there. But the girls are, I don't want to say behind, but they're not reading like Dia, but they're also learning 2 languages at the exact same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they can read in both languages, but it's like ish. Yeah, and also they've missed
so much time. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Like kindergarten basically was like half.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, anyway.
So that's what's up in our lives.
Yeah. So sorry, everyone.
We kind of started the year with that news, I guess. But in terms of like how else we're like running things over here in this province, I mean, we're moving ahead with what's happening. Everyone's kind of doing their thing. There's more and more people that we know are catching the thing. And
It's like Voldemort from Harry Potter. It's like he who shall not be named. Like I don't even like saying it out loud.
No, absolutely not. So we're just like basically this. It's almost. I have to say that starting 2022 is different than starting 2021. We had such hopes for 2021.
Yeah, hopes and dreams.
Like hopes and dreams. Like we were gonna get vaccinated. This was it. This was the year. Whatever. And I have to say, I'm not starting the year like in a negative tone at all. It's just different expectations. Different expectations of my life, honestly, of what
it required adjusting. Like it just going into 2022, I feel like is requiring adjusting because it's shown me that I can't be like, okay, it's for sure over this year.
Yes, how many times are like by 2022 law? I've said that a lot, you guys.
Yeah.
So basically that's it. Like I think if we can adjust, okay, that's just perfect. If we can adjust our expectations, just as if we could adjust our expectations with our journey, whatever, I do think that it allows space for you to focus on the things that will help you perform better and be happier and have less noise.
I could not agree more. I actually feel like having the reasonable expectations for all areas of your life, your marriage, your friendships, your weight loss journey, COVID restrictions is like the key to happiness.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to be rough.
I just feel like the key to happiness is being able to manage your emotions. I truly believe that. Like sometimes when I see someone that struggles with avec leur bonheur, they really struggle with like being fulfilled with their life. I think when I think of how they react emotionally to things, it is different than how I would react to things emotionally, you know? So it's not that like they have less than me or I have more or they have more. It's not things. It's just your emotional reaction to things. Assuming positive intentions is a big one. Benefit of the doubt as well. I think that like, and with social media, we see so many things. It's like, I'm just going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Someone said that to me just lately and it really, I had like done something that I was hoping that I didn't hurt someone's feelings. So I reached out. This person is important to me. I reached out to that person and I said, hopefully this did not hurt your feelings. And she's like, you know what? I saw it. And I was like, I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Cause I'm like, I know her. I don't think this was her intentions. I'm like, and that's why that I think having that approach in life hurts less. Because if everything's about you, if you think everything's to attack you and be about you, ça va être long, là. Like everything is hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that I like that. Just giving everything benefit of the doubt that this is for the right reason, I think just calms down the emotion and how
it really does.
And how you react and behave.
And as far as the expectations go, you know, especially in January, like so often people feel like they've failed because it didn't look like what they thought it was going to look like, but actually they didn't fail at all. They just had ridiculous expectations of what it was going to look like.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I feel like there could be two vibes right now with everyone. You could be the vibe of like feeling on top of the world and starting 2022 and like, oh my God, this was amazing. Or your vibe could be like, I feel like I'm struggling. I feel like I'm not where I want to be. I feel like I did not accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. And so I think that no matter what, it's not about where you're not, it's about where you are. And how can you move forward from wherever you are, you know? Because like even on TikTok, there's like, there's this sound that it's like, thank you for the happiest year of my life. Did you see that? And then like some people are like, oh my God, this was the happiest year. And others are like, this was the worst year. Some people are like, lost their parents this year to COVID and like it was their worst year ever. I see all of the things on TikTok. All the things, all the types. But yeah, it's just to show you how like you could be ending the worst year ever and just like a year that was really a struggle, or you could be ending the year on a high. So like, but at the end of the day though, you have to be in charge. Like, c'est toi là. This is your life. Do not compare. Like, look ahead now. How can you be happier? How can you make changes? And with January, okay, talking about expectations, what we wanted to talk about is the language behind January and how it almost sets, there's almost like shoulds with January. You know, you should be motivated. You should want to make changes. You should want, and like, sometimes that's just not how you feel.
I know. I don't know if more than ever because I'm like more mature in my journey,
Yeah.
or I don't know, but I'm seeing things and I'm like upset. Like I'm seeing like I'm like, oh, and I just want to take people and I'm like I'm happy when people are motivated to make a change. I would obviously never take that away from anyone. But like when I see them with their like green juice and they're
Yeah.
like they're doing like I saw someone doing the most ridiculous exercises, and this person has so much weight to lose, and that's actually probably so difficult on their body, and
Mhm.
what they need to do to lose weight is actually nothing to do with exercise. Like, and I'm just like my heart is like broken for them when it comes to what January looks like for people.
Okay. Uh,
Oh,
I know
I'm
what you
sorry.
mean. I know it's fine. I thought you were going to say that's not where I thought you were going, but I love it. And I agree with you 100%. I think for me, as we mature in this journey of pursuing happiness and yes, losing the weight and keeping it off, for me, it's mostly like I'm not as turned on by January. January does not mean anything different than February or March or like, you know what I mean?
And I don't know if like I would like to create a calorie deficit in January just to get rid of my
Because
summer
December was a surplus month.
my surplus month of December. I want to get back to where I feel a little bit more comfortable in
Yeah.
my maintenance range. So I do want to create a deficit, but it's so interesting. My brain is almost like just do what you do, girl. Like it doesn't need to be extreme. It's actually like it's so refreshing. It's the most like reasonable I've ever been
Yeah.
in January.
Yeah.
It's epic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
No,
it's like
absolutely.
and I'm losing weight
Yeah.
because I'm just not eating like an asshole.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
And also just the years of what to do and what not to do, as in like not setting crazy goals and just like you know exactly what to do to be in your maintenance range. You don't what the difference is. There's no rush.
No rush.
No rush. Does it
And
have to be this
I'm
month
not tempted to do anything that is for the sole purpose of weight
of the
loss.
deficit?
Like I'm not tempted by anything.
I am definitely in the same boat here. I feel the exact same way. I know exactly what you're saying. Why do you feel like we're now at a place where we're not getting lost in that January noise? Because there's a lot of noise in January. There's a
Yes.
lot of like, let's look back, let's look ahead, let's look like just friggin' live low.
Even just like the TikToks where it's like this is me on January 4th,
Oh, I
20
know. I saw.
that puts so much pressure on your physical transformation. Like that makes me so nervous. I don't know. Is it time? Is
Oh,
it
definitely. Time is definitely a huge factor, but I think it still needs to be time well spent. As in like time could pass and you will learn nothing and you're not towards the proper path to what we've accomplished. I think that it's the time that we've put on our language. Like it's not just like time could pass and our language could be the same as 7 years ago.
It's so true.
So I do think that it needs to be time well spent. And I think that we think, oh, it's time and you're spending time doing an exercise routine that you absolutely hate. That's not time well spent. Oh, it's time where, oh, I lost 50 pounds. You lost 50 pounds being miserable. Not time well spent. So I do think there is time well spent and there is time that is not well spent. So time can pass, but it wasn't like it's like a pari apporté. It didn't add value to your life. You might have had changes, but they're probably just physical ones.
Okay, so how do we help them?
I know.
Where do you go? Like how do and I saw that question. It came up on your
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 3 people did ask about mindset, and it's like I know I need to change my mindset. It's like people finally recognize that it's not just this word that's thrown around. It's not just in a book. It's not something that you can just like. If you were to just Google, like that would be fun. If you Google how to change your mindset, what would they recommend on Google? I'm doing it right now. So in my mind, I'm like, because we could Google anything, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you could Google anything.
It's not like how to change the winter tires on my car.
Yeah, one.
Yeah.
And everyone's asking that question right now, it's a question that I love because at the end of the day, you're not thinking, how do I lose weight? You're saying, how do I change my mindset? And you recognize that so there's a few books that just pop out for like changing your mindset. So 12 ways to shift your mindset and embrace change. Are you ready? Learn to meditate, man. Okay. There is something to be said that it always pops up. The meditation, the yoga, the blah blah blah. And I have to say that I did one class of yoga in my life. And that one class, I could see how this adds value to one's life. I
Okay.
really see it does not add value to your weight loss journey. It like in terms of like it doesn't put you in a calorie deficit. Like let's not think that this is the answer to whatever. But I do and actually nothing is the answer to whatever. It's all encompassing. It's all of the things. But I can see how yoga could really calm. Like people could use yoga at what like in their life now if they're feeling like all over the place. Anyways, I felt like it was really good, like making you breathe, really bringing you to the moment. But you also have to be at a place where you're willing to embrace the yoga. Like if you're there and you're like, freak this, and you're only thinking of your work and whatever, it's not going to do anything. Just
Yeah.
like, just like someone that asked, would your weight loss be a program that you would recommend someone that has, what's the word she used? I don't, it wasn't the word problem, but like someone that struggles with body image or weight loss, has had obsessions in the past with food and whatever. And I'm like 1000%. It is the program that could help you do that. But you have to be in a place where you're joining the program with that intention. So you're not coming in and then to be on a diet. You're coming in to actually do the things you just talked about that you want to fix your obsession with body image or whatever. You like that's your intention behind it. There's nothing that you can read or listen to if your brain is not ready to embrace it in a different way. You're gonna have the same results.
I really think at the end of the day, what yoga and meditation can bring to you is like space in your brain as
Yeah.
well. And perhaps it can help you to create better awareness, and perhaps it can help you to create time to reflect.
Definitely. But if you're going in there with like a busy mind and you're not willing to reflect, it's not gonna work, you know?
That's
right.
why it doesn't have to be yoga. Like I think a lot on my walks. You know what I mean? Like
I like that. Okay. So maybe just space to reflect. Make personal development a priority for yourself. Okay, no, arrête. How many times have I said this? The world would be a better place if people invested in who they are. Time, reflection, money, all of it. If you could embrace and invest more in who you are, not what you have, better place. World would be happier.
money, time, effort, energy could all be invested in who you are, your happiness, getting through your trauma and your issues and all that stuff, like therapy and it just okay, what else you got?
There's a few. Focus on your long-term vision, of course. So who you want to be long-term, not what you want to look like. It should never be about a physical look. It should always be about like what are you trying to create and the lifestyle behind it. When I started to look at what I wanted out of 2022, it was what's the lifestyle you want in 2022, not what you want to look like, not what you want to weigh. What's the lifestyle you're trying to create for yourself in your circumstances? So we all have different circumstances. We talked about this in the podcast of resolutions, I think. Love this one. Do the dirty work yourself. I think it's interesting that they wrote that in terms of changing your mindset. Because I think that at the end of the day, if you want to change your mindset and embrace change and embrace different people's perception, people's different perception, you need to realize that you're in charge. Like, and I think that when we're embracing or when we're embarking on a weight loss journey, we're thinking about how can someone almost like help you do that. And that's the part where it's not fun when we say this to people. I know they don't like hearing it, but we're like, it's not my job to tell you what to eat. Like, that's not what's important in your success. We're here to remind you of that constant language that you're trying to change. All right. Okay. So what did I answer that person that wants to change their mindset? I told her that she needs to create an environment for herself that helps her be present with another type of thinking. Like if you do not change what you read, what you listen to, what you look at, and it's always the same environment, look at the same couch at the same place, at the same pantry, the same husband, the same friends, same type of books you read, same types of posts you read. See, like that's all the shit that's going in now. So that's your language. That's what you think about. That's how you live your life, with what's in your thoughts. So it's all about basically giving yourself the opportunity to be present with other types of thoughts so that you can embrace them more.
I have a list.
Okay, go.
I guess I just, as I'm thinking and as we're talking, I'm thinking about a member that's joining, okay? And I'm thinking that, and we're really hoping that we're attracting the members that are willing and ready to lose weight in a different way in which they've never lost weight before. Like, we really hope that you are joining this being like, here I go again on another diet. We hope that that is not what you are saying to yourself.
Yeah.
So just going in with that expectation in January is good. But like we said, I think you need to take charge. So you need to, and what I mean by that is take charge of how you're going to do this, when you're going to do this, create accountability for yourself. So, you can't just like hit join and anything magic is going to happen. I will watch the meeting every single week. I will do this. I will do that. So set kind of, goals for yourself when it comes to mindset. We actually in our tracker have a specific section for people to write mindset goals. So maybe that's reading 5 pages of this book, whether that's listening to this podcast, whatever it is, we have a spot. So taking charge, focusing on self-awareness. We've always said that Your Way Weight Loss is a self-awareness program. So you need to listen to yourself, think, do you guys know that the secret, the answer is in your own brain?
Yeah.
It is what your thoughts are telling you. I had a moment yesterday where the kids were eating craft dinner, and I thought about how I used to like crush kid bites and how many hundreds of calories I was consuming every day on food that was just not worth it to me. And I was thinking about how I overcame that. And it was not a meal plan. It was not counting anything. It was my mindset. It was my thoughts. And how did I do that? I got in, I listened to myself think, and then I challenged my thoughts.
Yeah, so, challenging your thoughts is like, that's like a tangible step.
So you listen. Yes, you listen to yourself think, okay? And then you say to yourself, okay, maybe I would say to myself, you can have just one bite. And then I would need to challenge my thoughts and say, Alicia, the last 7,653 times you've taken a bite of craft dinner, it was not one bite.
Mm-hmm.
Can you think of a situation in your life where you have changed something by changing your mindset, by challenging your thoughts?
For me, it's always about the words that are being used. So as in like, there are words that are being used so often in this industry, and in the clients of this industry, or the members of this industry, as in like our members or anyone that's just looking to lose weight. Things like, I'm afraid of failing again. I'm afraid of struggling. I struggle after 2-3 weeks, or like, it's just, I lack motivation. Like, it's those words, I think that's more what I worked on. Everything that I say or think, I like almost challenge. It's like, oh, and then it comes to a point where I don't remember the last time I would be afraid of failing. Because in my mind, failing only comes when you haven't succeeded. And then it's like, just redefine what success is to you. And then you don't fail. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so failed what? This. Oh, then just say that was not a reasonable goal for success. So let's change what success means to you. Anyways, so I can't remember. You had like a good example in terms of like in your home and whatever. For me, it's just like, I'm at a place where I challenge everything, honestly. Everything that I think of that has to do with this, it's like, why are you thinking that? Why would you say that? The other day, this is a good one that people will love. I got on the scale.
Okay, wait, I need to say something.
Okay.
You're not actually challenging your thoughts. You're questioning, reflecting, prompting, right. Where I'm like, challenge, that's false. I'm like, true or false. That's what I was kind of doing in my brain.
Yeah.
Where you was like, why are you feeling that way?
Yeah, exactly. Is this who you want to be? Like, whatever.
And both are a part of changing your mindset. Both are a huge part of changing your mindset.
And I think that when you said that your thoughts was like, Alicia, the last 7,000 whatever, you have not just stopped at one bite. That's that's you having your back. So that's Alicia, the friend that's like, girl, let's be real here. You know what I mean? Like, do you really think that this is just going to be one bite? You've created that as well in your brain where you have almost different personalities and you have like different yous in there that like one has your back when you're feeling tired and sick. It's like, stay home, like relax, have some ice cream, it's gonna be okay. But you also have the other girl that's like, girl, get it together, this is not, this is not who you want to be. So it's like we have like different personalities that really kick in at the right time.
Yeah.
I truly believe that. And we created that with our mindset. And I think
Yes.
that people don't even recognize that they have demons in their minds, that it's just them. They have these people, they're not friends, they're mean, and they're saying things like, you're gonna fail, you suck, you're broken. That's just you saying that to you. No. It's just a negative version of yourself popping in. And I have to say, like, I don't remember the last time I have a negative version of myself, because when she used to pop in, I had another version of Jose saying, shut the F up. Like, that's not true. Like, you got this, whatever. So it takes time, but it's like you have to catch it.
And that's another part of it is like, how you speak to yourself, how you speak about your body, how you speak about your choices. If you keep telling yourself you suck, you're never going to do this, you're such a failure, that's affecting you, guys. So
Yeah.
you need to catch those thoughts. Like, you want to know the secret, it is catching your thoughts.
Yeah.
One thing I think you can physically do to help you change your thoughts is to surround yourself, like you said, with an environment of other people that also challenge their thoughts.
I feel like it's the only way, honestly, because not only do you need to challenge your thoughts, you need to bring new ones in. You need to know what to challenge them with. If you don't have anything else to say to yourself other than you're broken and you suck, if you don't have other words to replace them with because you haven't heard them before,
you need a new perspective. You need to experience different thoughts around weight loss, and you need someone to be like, what about this? Have you ever thought about that? And you're like, interesting, like, so that can be books, friends, podcasts, social media, who you are following, and the content that you are taking in is making a difference in your language, your mindset, your journey.
And I think that we're just hoping that someone else is going to kick in, like is just going to be there to have our back. No one's coming. No, like no one can always be there in your thoughts other than you. You're the one in your thoughts all the time. So you need to have your back. You need to say, stop thinking that. That's ridiculous. Keep going. We're doing this, whether you do something or not, you convinced yourself to do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do it.
Oh, yeah.
That's all that happened.
Oh, yeah. And just recognizing that your brain is the most powerful tool that you guys have in this journey is pretty important. It's not your food scale. It's not your treadmill. It's your mind. But what was I going to say? It was going to be this skill is going to change your life. It's going to change how you show up at work, how you show up as a friend, how you take care of your own happiness as a human.
Yeah.
This skill will change your life. Like this is why we change people's lives. It is not because of the weight that they lose. It is this skill.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Like how many posts are about like this year like has been the best year of my life. It's not because they've lost 23 pounds, 0.4. No, like you have to understand that the way they go about their weight loss is the life-changing moment. The way they do it is what's life-changing, because they don't just lose weight while they're doing this work. They become more positive. They start new relationships or cut out relationships. They finally take charge of their environment.
Because we've had members, Your Way Weight Loss is 10 years old, guys. And I've been a part of it for 5. And we have members that have been here for that long.
Yeah.
And I've seen them go through divorces, get in new relationships, have children, change jobs, do things for themselves, like get braces, like little things like that. But these are things that I see their happiness. Like it's like an aura. You can see it, can't you, sometimes?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And it's like they're like, okay, head held up high, shoulders back. This is my life.
Yeah.
How am I going to make with what the conditions I have? How am I going to make this the best version of my life possible?
Yeah. And whether it's January, February, March, April, May, like So I guess what we wanted, like out of this one, was the one about January, is that don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in the noise of January. It is just another month. Don't get stuck in it because the noise and the expectations and the shoulds of January can put you on the wrong path. So let's not be fooled by the fact that it's January. You don't have more expectations just because it's January. I know that some people are like, "Oh my god, it's January 4th and I haven't like crushed everything in the thing." I'm like, "It's fine. It's fine. There are no expectations of what it should look like, okay?"
I bet by the time this podcast comes out, so many people have stopped their New Year's resolution.
Yeah. But well, they haven't perfectionized what they wanted,
Exactly.
People are struggling to adjust their expectations and redefine as they go. It's always like, this is what I had said and I didn't achieve it, or I'm struggling with it, therefore it means I'm failing. And it's like, it's insane that the language that's being used is like, but that's your perception. You could change that.
It's the language. And that's what really stands out to me sometimes. I see people's language and I like want to get in there and I want to have a conversation with them about their language.
That's just the surface. So like sometimes, okay, someone said something like, I really want to fix my food, my mind around food. And then she said, my boyfriend made a Nutella sandwich for supper yesterday. and then I was like, and like, what? I want to go further. Like,
was it delicious? I saw you.
Yeah. Was it delicious? And like, what are you trying to change? What did you say to yourself? Like, I need more, right? So it goes deeper. That's just you. And then it's like, okay, but what did you say? I said to myself, that's bad. What's bad about it? The bread, the carbs. Oh, I didn't know you were afraid of carbs. Like that's, at the end of the day, that's what it was. Like, I'm afraid of carbs. It has nothing to do with it, or Nutella, or Nutella's bad, or it's good. I don't know what you think. So it's quite interesting, people's language, how they like say things.
Sounds delicious.
Sounds really good. Dia does it all the time. She found it on TikTok. So she cuts it in a round circle. So she takes out the crust, and then you put the Nutella, and then you put it in the toaster, so it melts.
But in the toaster like this?
Yeah. So no, wait. You make it a sandwich. So it's like a round sandwich. You put the sandwich in the toaster. Yeah, that was way back, like at the beginning of the pandemic when she was watching TikTok. She's like no longer like allowed to watch TikTok.
That is
a lot of TikTok time anymore here.
That is for sure a platform that is hard to regulate for appropriateness.
Yes, do not let your children on TikTok, everyone. If you're listening, if they are under the age of 21, they should not be on TikTok.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. They're not learning good things. Okay. Well, I mean, this was 38 minutes. At the end of the day, someone said, can you please make it 1 hour? So that will be my full walk. I'm like, I love you guys so much. I mean, we appreciate you listening to us. We absolutely love this platform. Like we've said before, we're going to try to fix the ding, you guys. I mean, if Jeff can't fix the ding, we're open to suggestions, but I don't know. I'm doing it on a Mac. So maybe if you know more about Macs.
Someone knows.
Someone's going to help us. We love you. We appreciate you. Stop thinking about it. It's time for you to join. Commit to whatever membership feels right to you. That's what matters to us. We're here waiting for you on the other side. And other than that, follow us. And if you want to support us, share, tag, you know what to do. Is that it?
Yep.
All right. See you soon, everyone. Happy January. Bye.